On the hour, rugbyleague.com news. Brought to you by Thomson Reuters, the global leader for news.
Coming up, Rugby League Heartland under siege thanks to devastating bushfires. Tiger Supporters Club event called off after Cas coach gets the flick. And Cameron Munster back for captain's run in final countdown to State of Origin decider. But first up in Rugby League Heartland in the south of France, the country's bushfire emergency shows no signs of abating. To the north of Perpignan, the home of the Catalan Dragons, aircraft continue to fly back and forth as they fight the fires via water bombing, whilst firefighters on the ground do their best in dangerous conditions. All this whilst the Dragons prepare for their Super League clash at home on Saturday against Warrington. According to L'Independent, the fire near Narbonne has already burnt out 2,000 hectares. In the north of England, Castleford Tigers Supporters Club has been forced to call off a Meet the Coaching Staff event. That's after head coach Danny McGuire was given the flick after a board meeting. It followed the team's loss to Huddersfield. For now, Chris Chester will serve as caretaker coach. In the Southern Hemisphere, the stage is all but set for the third and deciding State of Origin game for this year's series. For Queensland, Cameron Munster returning to Sydney just in time for the captain's run. That's after he spent time, of course, with family back in the Sunshine State, mourning the sudden passing of his father, Stephen. Before the run, coach Billy Slater struggled to hold back the tears when discussing the situation. Slater lost his own dad early this year and has labelled his skipper inspirational and a hero. For New South Wales, Payne Haas and Brian To'o given the all-clear to play after being under injury clouds. In clubland, an ownership change at the Gold Coast Titans. Long-time club benefactor Daryl Kelly had a 50% stake in the Titans, but he's now got rid of it, with the Frizzell family taking complete control. And according to Sydney-based journalist Paul Kent, Gold Coast coach Des Hasler will finish up at the end of the season. In team selections at the Broncos, Ben Hunt will start at hooker in his first game back from a hamstring injury, which saw him sidelined for 2 months. And former Gold Coast player Tanner Boyd has been called up to play his first game for the Warriors. That'll be on Sunday against the Tigers. In bush footy on Queensland's Darling Downs, Dalby Diehards are talking it up after former NRL star Jared Wallace signed up just before the June 30 deadline, boosting their title hopes in the Toowoomba Rugby League. And finally, on the international stage, Bonjour l'équipe, the French under-19s have arrived down under. They're on a 3-game tour, plus some sightseeing, of course, and they'll also be in the crowd for, you guessed it, State of Origin 3. Half their luck. Their first game coming up on Friday night in southwestern Sydney against East Campbelltown, not far from their base at St Greg's College. I'm Jason Costigan, and that's the latest in news on rugbyleague.com.